So I just replaced my first rod guide. Nothing special about that, but I did it using my my rock tumbler to turn my rod. I decided that I wanted to refurbish some of my fishing rods and replace the guides, and I discovered by looking at some of the videos that I needed to have a way of turning my rods in the supports, and I didn't want to spend the money to get the special purpose device to turn the rods. And so I looked around my garage and tried to figure out what I could do. And I'm admittedly a cheap son of a gun, but more than that, I like to repurpose things. And so I looked around and I figured, you know, I think my old rock tumbler, I can do something with that. And so that's what I did. Is I took my old rock tumbler and I took one of the rubber containers that holds the rocks and used that to turn the rod. I basically just poked a hole in the bottom of it, and well, I'll show you. So first I put it on the tumbler and used a marker to identify exactly where the center was, and then I drilled it out with a small drill bit, and then a bigger drill bit, and a bigger drill bit, until it got pretty good size. But I wanted to have some flexibility to it, so I just used a knife to cut some pieces out of it, and so that gives it some flexibility, so that I can put the fishing pole down into it, and that allows some flexibility so that the fishing pole can go down into it and come out. And I can put different size fishing poles into it, and so that sits on the tumbler, and with the, well, let me show you how it works. So it sits on the rock tumbler, and the rod is in there, and you turn it on, and there it goes. The rods are turning. I've just got my support structure is a wire coat hanger that I bent for that purpose, and it turns at about the perfect speed. And like I said, I don't know how big a rod I could put in, but I could put in a pretty small rod, and because the rubber is flexible, and it just turns away happily. And that's my latest contraption.